All right, Knights of Apollo, we are back with another Total War Attila siege scenario. This one is a pro versus noob scenario. We've got 4 attacking noobs taking on 1 defending pro. This battle has all the juicy crossbow and artillery action that we all know and love. It's gonna be delicious. The rules for this battle: for the attackers, the noob side, attackers must attack from one side, 2 pikes per player, 1 skirmish per player, no artillery, and chevrons allowed. For our lone pro player, he is allowed 2 pikes max, 4 skirmishers max, 1 arty total, no wall artillery allowed, deployables allowed, chevrons allowed. So let's now look at the army comps and factions that the noobs are bringing to this battle. We've got Himyar, the Lockmids, the Tanokids, the Garamatians, and that's it. That's everyone. That's the 4 attacking armies. Now, looking at the defender, we've got Tharshey leading the Ostrogoths. So he's going to be bringing a lot of those Thracian Oathsworns, excellent at charging. And don't forget, Tharshey has a YouTube channel of his own, so be sure to check it out and subscribe. All right, guys, so those are the factions. Those are the rules. One thing I want to note is that there is a 60-minute time limit. So the noobs have to compete against a time limit. I kind of forgot some of the rules while I was recording the battle, so just ignore me if I'm confused about like the time limit and stuff. I'm just being a total goober. So sit back, relax, get some snacks and drinks, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and enjoy the battle. So let's let the slideshow begin. Welcome to the start of the battle. 80 troops attacking 20 noobs versus a pro. This is going to be a lot of fun, guys. So look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 towers over here. We got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towers over here. So they are certainly going to be using the towers here. Let's hope that they kind of spread them out a bit so they can really attack on many different points here. Now, the nice thing for the pro player, Tharshey, is that you got the slums here, which is blocking a lot of the walls. You can't actually push the towers through these slums. So it's going to really make this fight focus here. Pretty much all on this wall. The attackers can attack this gate, but it's extremely difficult because of the 2 towers, because of the narrow space. If you break down the gate, there's going to be oil being poured on you. If you attack the walls, it's a narrow spot where, you know, the defender can hold you back with 1 unit and then use a crossbow unit to just chip away at your numbers. We'll see what he does here, but it does look like the noobs are sending forth the towers and bringing down the gate. Now, let's look at the Tharshey defense, the pro defense. What he's going to rely on here, I think, initially, is he's got his Gothic Palatina defectors. This is a decent medium melee infantry. They are essentially going to hold the line. Now, while they're doing that, they're going to have this fancy unit here called the Thracian Oathsworn. So they're excellent morale, excellent armor-piercing damage. They do have one weakness, and that is they are very weak against enemy archers. So something he has to look out for. But they have a great charge bonus, guys. They got a 90 charge bonus. So what he's going to do is he's going to cycle this unit in and out to crush as many units as possible. We're going to see these Oathsworns get over probably 200 kills easily. They got to get a lot of kills, probably more than that. They probably all need to get like 500 plus kills to try to have a chance of winning this battle. But here we go. The noobs are setting forth their infantry. We've got some desert units here. They're going to charge. I think this is Himlar or Himyar. This is the Himlar. No, it's the Himyar. They're sending forth some cheap units. They're not particularly good, but that doesn't matter. What the noobs need to do here is overwhelm with numbers, not carelessly. Then we've got some desert levy. They're scaling the walls. So the defenders, or I say defenders like plural, the defender is not sending up any infantry up here. He does have some units defending the towers. And the reason for that is he doesn't want them to get behind his main defense. This gate defense is going to be a big kill zone. It's going to be a huge kill zone. So here we go. More and more units scaling the walls. I think what they're going to do is probably capture this tower. And you can see that Tharshey, the pro, he's going to allow it. Notice that he fell back his infantry. The reason he did that is because these towers are about to crumble. And he's just creating some distance so the towers don't fall and crush his men. There it is. There it is. And is he safe? He's safe. He is safe. So the towers avoid any unnecessary deaths. Well, they actually do kill the attackers, and that's all by design. But good job by the attackers for not sending up too many units up there. I mean, they lost a couple troops here and there, but nothing disastrous, nothing catastrophic. So, good play there. We'll see how this plays out. But now they're going to inch forward back again. Let's see what he does here, because these stairs could be a problem. Let's see. Are these guys looking? Yeah, they're looking this way. So now they are going all the way around, so they could potentially flank around. This is a smart play by the noobs. A really smart play. They're going to try to get this tower under their control. Now this gate is being attacked as we speak. So we've got Rebellion Militia. So this is a cheap unit. It's probably why they sent them forward, because it is a cheap unit. They're going to take a lot of casualties from the arrow towers. So they're going to knock down this gate and potentially charge it. But again, I wouldn't attack this gate. If I was the noobs, I wouldn't even look at this gate until you've really secured this region here. Because once you start pushing the bridges, so they've got to travel across this river, use bridges, it's going to be tough. Why? Because of this lone woman right here. She's an absolute nasty warrior. She will defeat anyone in her path. No, she'll get killed pretty instantly, but the tower or the bridges are choke points. They're tough to get through, and the artillery is going to be firing. Anyways, they want to start pushing on the bridges, then go after this gate. The reason of doing that is because you're spreading the defenders. You're starting to chip away at their numbers and spreading them thin. So hopefully that will make the gate approach a little bit more approachable. So we'll see what happens there. Now we've got, okay, the defectors here. The Gothic Palantina. They have formed a U shape, I guess you could say. A little bit of, it's almost like a W almost, but they formed a defensive line that is going to brace for impact. They're going to brace for this infantry that is going to charge through these attack points. Now, here's a couple things to consider. Notice how long it's taken these noobs here. I don't know if there is an hour-long timer. Sometimes that's part of the challenge, right? The noobs have to take control of the city in an hour. If that's the case, they don't want to take too long because they're wasting time. Again, I don't know if that's for sure. It was never declared in the info about the replay. And so I don't know if this is a timed base battle, but if it is, this is a problem. If it's not, then that's fine. Usually they're not. In previous pro versus noob battles, it's not. And we've had like an hour and 20-minute battles in the past. So they're just slowly collecting their infantry. I like this. I mean, I like that the noobs are kind of taking their time here, but you don't want to overthink it. Just get your men in the fight, overwhelm. But you know, they're doing a good job. They're not. This isn't necessarily stupid. Like, they're not doing a stupid play. Stupid is charging everybody into the gate at once. You know, that's stupid. But let's see. Is he charging in? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so let's head back over this way, where the towers, this gate has been conquered. It looks like they conquered it, and now they're falling back. It appears that they only wanted to destroy the towers. So they did that. Mission accomplished. I don't think these towers would have really been an issue anyways, because, you know, you're going to fight through here, and then you're going to turn this way. I don't even think you'll get in range of these towers. But, hey, you know what? It's something. You got the manpower. Do it. Take over the towers. And you don't have to worry about the tower shooting you at your back. So here we go. The first clash of infantry, and it's a bit of an awkward like a little bit of an awkward situation. You got these two soldiers. They're like, hey, is that the enemy over there? Yeah. What are they doing? I don't know. Man your post. Don't mind. Don't worry about it. All right? Just man your post and look out into the inner city, okay? Like, shouldn't we just go and kill these guys? No. Just, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. We're doing our thing. I don't know what they're doing. It's a little bit of an awkward standoff there. Now we got archers. Okay, so they're being very, very cautious here, these attackers. We've got some elite archers. They are opening fire on something. So they're trying to... Okay, there we go. Are they charging now? There, right? Yes, okay. We've got our first little charge of the battle. Our first little good old charge. And they're taking on desert. So the Gothic Palatina are taking on the desert levy. This is going to be an easy fight for them, especially in this close, you know, environment where it's close quarters. They're not going to have to worry about numbers as much here. They will get tired eventually. So that's not, you know, it's not the end of the world of sending in desert levy, because even though your desert levy will be absolutely crushed, they are making this unit kind of tired, a little bit tired. So they're doing something. They're doing something. We also have a tower coming up this way. He could drop off some troops. It looks like he's holding off for some reason. Let's go back over to this side. Still very hesitant. Still not charging into the gate, but we do have more towers making their way, pushing up infantry. I think they're going to make a call here. Oh, look at this. He's shifting. The pro player is shifting his Gothic Palatina defectors. So he's going to move them, I suppose, to support the defectors over here. So we'll see what happens. Instead, he's decided to just hold the gate. Interesting, interesting. So what could happen here is that the noobs could attack the gate, and then he pulls infantry off the walls and flanks these guys. But if he does that, he will be counterflanked by the Thracian Oathsworn. So this might be a little bit of a trap, a little bit of a laurel, a laurel? What? A laurel? They're luring. It's a trap. Okay, it's a trap. Words are hard. Okay, don't mind me. So yeah, they're trying to bait, essentially, possibly. This is just speculation at this point. We'll see what happens. They are taking casualties though. This one in particular, the one in the front. Yeah, they're getting hit by javies, but it doesn't really matter because the oil is going to come crashing down. And it has taken out a few, but has been a very, very passive attack here by these noobs. I think they're overthinking this so much. It's so simple. You have the numbers. Charge down the stairs. Attack at all points. Don't get reckless. Don't charge everybody into one breach point. If you start to bleed too much, you know, maybe back away from a certain, you know, attack point. But it's not that complicated. You want to overwhelm them with numbers. Make sure you have reinforcements nearby. Make sure you can counter, because you have the manpower. You can counter every move. Every move. So the fight's still going on here. This is it. I mean, this is the... Guys, I feel like we've been recording for almost 15 minutes, and this is what we got. This is what we got. So let's, while this is going on, this little whatever you have you here, while this is going on, I'm going to... Wait, do we have an attack? No. I want to analyze the inner defense. So what I'm thinking here is that all these units here on the outskirts, they're going to fight to the death. And I think Tharshey, the pro, he's going to try to use or utilize these units to their fullest capable ability. They're going to try to rack up as many kills as possible. Once these units have expired, he's going to then rely on the big guns, which is going to be crossbows and pikes. He's got this... barricade, which doubles the rate of fire when you have archers on it. It's pretty crazy. They also have artillery waiting in the wings here. So it's a risky play. It's going to be challenging because he really doesn't have that much infantry. He's got a pike unit here and a pike unit here. So actually, if I'm Tharshey, you might want to try to save some of this infantry for later on so you can make sure you maximize the use of the crossbows. Here we go. We've got the fight for the gate. So now finally we have a new breach point. Look at this too. Look at that army out there outside the gates. The enemy is at the gates. Literally, they're at the gates. Defend it. So there they go. They're defending. Are they going to start pushing down these towers though? The stairs, is it because they're broken? That can't be it, right? They can use these or no? I wonder, I might be misremembering, but maybe because these towers are destroyed, it's broken the stairway, so they can't actually attack the stairway. That might be the reason why they're all piled up in the gate. And if that's the case, oh, this is going to be a brutal, brutal stand. Now we've got the defectors here throwing their darts, their little hand darts. Most of them missing and not really hitting anyone there. So that was kind of a waste of ammo. I think he's holding fire. Can he go up the stairs? Can they not go down the stairs? I guess not. This could, you know what you could do though, is that you could get some archers up here. Hold on, let's, we got some breaking units over here. Breaking news, we got breaking units. So we had a unit scaled the walls from the tower, charged off the drawbridge here into the enemy swords, and have now been crushed. Oh, he's using some short-range skirmish ammo, which is, I don't think he needs to use it there, but it's getting some kills. And there you have it, guys. It's taking out those spears, and you got the swordsmen, the desert tribesmen. Now I'm hoping that the noobs are sending in their weakest first. Not exactly the most ideal strategy, but you're sending in the weakest first, and hopefully as more and more waves come, these troops get stronger and stronger. And you can see, thankfully, he's got some reinforcements not too far behind, so they're gonna move up here and attack these walls. And we've got the Thracians up here. Are they gonna throw? I think they're gonna throw down. Yeah. Oh yeah. So they're gonna throw, use some ammo. I like it. I like it because you're saving energy. You're potentially saving lives there, so it's not a terrible idea. They retreat their troops, and now they're gonna join the fun and help out at these walls. Okay. So I'm thinking they can't use these stairs. It's a really dumb mechanic. And Attila, like, you should be able to use these stairs. I could be wrong. And if I am, I'm sounding like a complete moron, but I'm half certain. All right, that's how uncertain I am. I'm half certain that he can't use these stairs, which is now going to cause the noobs to have to focus their attention on the gate. And that is why they've got pikes. They've got pikes in this situation, which actually is pretty smart. It's actually pretty smart. So, no oil because it's been conquered. It's really, if you're used to Rome 2, it's really different. In Rome 2, which I prefer this system, but in Rome 2, if you take control of the towers become your aid. They help you out. But in Attila, if you take the towers, they just crumble and it's just destroyed, which just doesn't make any sense. What do they got, like some secret dynamite that they're putting in these towers as they capture it and they blow it up? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But the fight over on the walls is still raging on this side. This is where most of the intense fighting is taking place. So this has been a nice start for Tharshey, but it hasn't been disastrous for the noobs. It really hasn't, because he's being very careful. They're not being reckless. And the gate, this is definitely a situation you got here. This little gate situation is a situation. But it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. So we'll see what happens there. But he still has a lot of reserves. These Thracian Oathsworns, he brought a lot of them. So they're going to be waiting and licking their chops, waiting for these guys to actually make some progress inside the city. But so far, no progress here. So what I think I think what they should do is grab some of these towers. It's going to take a long time, but maybe send them all the way down here and attack. I think he's got to send like 4 or 5 units down here and attack. At the very least, what that will do is pull some units away from this front. Unless there's a rule. There might be a rule where they can only attack one side, which, you know, is usually the rule for when you're outnumbered. I don't know if that was actually a rule. I could have skimmed over that, but, you know, I don't even know the rules. I'm a terrible YouTuber. Terrible. Now we got infantry pushing in. This is some solid infantry. It's the Desert Legionary Defectors. So we got one defector taking on another. Like, hey, you're a bunch of quitters too. Yeah, we're a bunch of quitters. We defected because we hate our people. So they defected. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they had a justified reason for defecting. But they're both defecting, and now they're defecting on each other as they fight in this bitter battle. And there we go. They're starting to make some progress here. They're starting to make some progress. We've got some desert. Oh, wait, they're retreating now. So he's going to, I guess he's trying to do a little bit of a cycle charge thing. I think he's trying to do a little bit of a cycle charge thing. We do have the Tharshey and Oathswords coming in reinforcements. They're going to use this opening to rush these guys, I assume. Yeah, they're going to, this little opening here, they're going to take advantage of that and charge it. There they go. And they fall back. So they've been very, very cautious, guys. Very cautious. I mean, this is kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy. We are, well, I don't want to say we're almost halfway through this replay, but we're what, 20 minutes into this battle so far? And I'm not seeing much progress. They've got to keep pouring in troops up here. Like, just go. Just go. Get these guys up here and try to overwhelm. Because, oh, here we go. Here we go. We do have some units breaking here. This is pretty good. So they've got some defectors here. They're, I don't know if you should waste the ammo on them. You should hold fire here because you got to save that ammo for a healthier unit. But this unit has 225 kills. Pretty good for the Gothic Palatina defectors. Pretty solid kills there. Not the greatest, but pretty dang good. But this unit has pretty much met its end. So we're down to 19 units for the defenders. We can look at the manpower too. You can see, yeah, I mean, he's lost about 300 men and he's killed about 1,400. So a pretty good KD so far, but is it enough? We don't know. We don't know. But the thin line of defectors are going to try their best to hold back this line. And there they go. They are pushing forward and getting those Gothic Palatina defectors. They're getting them. They're getting them good. And the Tharshey and Oathsworns, they're in position to flank again, though they're not going for it. I think Tharshey is focusing over here, so that's why he's not taking advantage of this. We've got heads rolling off the walls as we speak. It's a bloody mess over here, but these Tharshey and Oathsworn are making this very difficult. They already have 18 kills, which really is underwhelming. I thought they'd have more than that. This unit have a 355. That's what Grandma's talking about right there. That is a great amount of kills. That's what you need to do to try to win this situation. Wait, what is this? Wait. Did we have a sally out? No, we did not. Okay. But the towers are going at it right now. So, yeah, we saw this earlier. They broke down this gate. It's smart of them to ignore this, but I think they're preserving this force to attack the gates later. So that I think that could be one of their strategies. But they just got to keep pouring troops in here. Just keep sending. You got the manpower. Just keep pouring troops. You got the manpower. They are going through the gate though, and you know, it's not ideal, but the gate, the oil's not functioning still, so. And I don't think it will ever function, even if these guys, even if the Ostrogoths take control of this area again, which they have. Actually, no, they have not. This is still in control of the enemy. So maybe if they took it back in their control, the oil would activate again. I'm not sure once the towers are destroyed. So this is tough. Is he falling? Okay, he does have some cav here. He does have some cav. This is the general. I don't think he's going to go and charge with this general. I think he's going to try to use some bolstering abilities, maybe second wind or something like that. Guys, just sit here and watch the heads roll off the wall. I keep seeing it. Now, of course, when we're actually looking for it, we don't see it, but you'll see little dark, like, spots just kind of fall. Just heads rolling off the wall. It's crazy. But the Thracian Oathsworns, this unit has 125 kills. They're really chipping away, but this unit's pretty depleted here. Look at this. They're down to, well, they have 400 kills. My goodness. My goodness, 400 kills. But they are down to 54 men. So they're starting to lose troops up here. The archers are opening fire. This is really good. The archers, again, really great at, they need to focus down the Oathsworn. That's what these archers need to do, because there's no defending archers over here. You have complete free reign to use your archers and not be concerned. Other than the short range skirmish capabilities that some of these units have, other than that, you get your archers up here and you will butcher. Yeah, here we go. He's got this unit getting shot at. This is great. This unit only has 54 kills. They've only lost 2 men, but it will continue to add up as the arrows fall. But he's not noticing. Tharshey is not noticing this. He has not moved his infantry. Now looking at the kills, we've got about 500, a little more than 500 for the pros that he's lost. He's 500 casualties. And then, it's starting to really trickle down for the noobs. They started with 12,000. They now have 9,800. So it is starting to trickle quite a bit. More fights at the gate unraveling. He's got some pikemen. But that's the other thing with the pikemen. You don't want to exhaust them too quickly because you're going to need them later on. Big time. Big time. You're going to need them later on. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so far they're slowly but surely chipping away at these units. Here comes the general. Let's see what he does here. I think he's going to use abilities. I think that's going to be his whole reason he's over here. He is getting shot at, though, by the archers, so that's something to look out for. You don't want to lose your general as the lone defender. Oh, there goes a head. Look. Oh, it disappeared, but that was definitely a human head. Oh, there's another one. Now they're starting to tumble. They are starting to tumble. But yeah, the general's just running around, keeping his men's spirits high and making this as painful of a defense as possible. Or an attack, I suppose, would make more sense. As painful of an attack as possible. Or defense. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. It's making this painful for the noobs, okay? It's making it painful for the noobs. Now we got the Thracian Oathsworns. They're going at it with these Kujite Shotel units. They're slicing them up. My goodness, they didn't have a chance. And now we've got infantry really pouring in. You can really start to feel the defenders begin to lose patience here. And it's for good reason. Like, get your troops in the settlement. There's no need to tiptoe around this defense. That's exactly what the defenders want you to do. They want you to tiptoe. They want you to take your time so they can defeat in detail. They can use a smaller force to defeat a larger force through detail. I mean, that's basically the basics of this fight right here. Basics 101. When outnumbered, defeat in detail. Now, there's still a huge attacking force, okay? So, this is not, you know, this is just a dent in the armor. A dent in the armor. And now we've got more Thracians. They got 265 kills. And that will continue to stack up. The good news, though, is that the attackers have eliminated Thracian Oathsworn and a unit of the Palantina defectors. So now they're going to be able to rush down and attack this unit and most likely chip away at these guys. This is a little risky for Tharshey. He's really got to decide when it's time to retreat, when it's time to hold. Does he really have an advantage here? I think that he's doing a pretty good job. His unit has 302 kills, but this is such a challenging scenario for the pro player, and he has to be flawless, and he has to make sure every single unit gets as many kills as possible. It's just, you got to make sure that you maximize every unit and use them to the fullest potential, because if you don't, it's going to add up and you're going to be too weak for this massive force. But this is really, guys, this defense that we see right here is just the tip of the iceberg. In terms of casualties, this is the tip of the iceberg right here, because, and we got another defector here, only 140 kills, guys. They've got 22 men left, but only 140 kills. That's not good. That's a problem right there. And I feel like Tharshey is struggling at this point. Not in the traditional sense. Like, what happened? Fight. Come on, fight this guy. Fight him. What? You're going to let this guy walk free? He's like, I got a little too far away from my unit. I need to get out of here. What? What the heck? He's just throwing. Look at this mad lad. He's just throwing darts now. At the back. Oh my gosh. Now he's losing. Look at him. Look. He just threw it at that guy's back. Is this guy, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking I'm invisible. Oh my gosh, I'm invisible. I manifested an invisibility cloak or something. Nobody sees this guy? Are you serious? Okay, now they're breaking. Now he's breaking. And he's going to get out of there alive, I think. I don't know. Maybe. I think he got out of there. Wow. That was crazy. That guy's a hero. He's a hero. His unit's broken. He's going home, but he got some kills. He got some kills. So nice little charge there by the Thracian Oathsworn. They got to get stuck in because they got to get some kills. You cannot be taking casualties from arrows. That's going to really bite them in the butt there. But it does appear that he is falling back. I don't know if he's going to fall these guys back all the way across the bridge. I think he should. I think he should, because you need more units to buy time here. This is where the crossbows are going to go crazy. It's going to be like printing money, but printing casualties. They're going to do an insane amount of damage. You got the, let's not forget the large onager, the artillery. That's going to potentially rack up thousands of kills if it can get some good hits here. And these little bridges are just great choke points. And also we got our epic based woman warrior ready to hold the bridge. We'll see what happens with her, because that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know. I like to keep track with these characters that we got going on. A little lore going on in this battle. But he's got a couple units holding back a big wave of troops. I like this. I respect this play. He's got the brave souls who are going to put down their lives, so it can buy more time for the rest of the army to organize and to group up. So they are paying the ultimate price for a chance of victory, for the glory of their people. And the Thracian Oathsworns 8-6, and they're still going. 516 kills and counting. They're down to 3. Come on. They're going to fight to the death. We got one. There he is. The lone. He's like, ah. So they got like over 500 kills there. That is crazy. That's how good they are. 3 golden chevrons too. Let's not forget that. So they're well experienced. These are like the veteran of the veteran. So they've seen some things, so they're not afraid to go out in style. We got the Gothic defectors. They just claim victory here. Honestly, I try to get this unit out of here, but they're going to charge in and try to get a little bit of a charge bonus there. They have 300, almost 400 kills. they're going to probably end up with over 400 kills. But the noobs need to rush in infantry and surround this unit. They need to surround them quick to minimize the damage that they're doing against this unit. They got to. They've got to. So here it comes. They finally have broken through. They have finally broken through the initial defense. They still got a little bit of a speed bump to deal with. They got the unit here. They got the unit on the walls. 419 kills for the Tharshey Oathsworns. And then we have about, like I said, they're going to get over 400 kills. They're still going really strong here. They still have 116 men. So they're going to have to deal with that, but they're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good. So looking at the manpower here, 1,900 for the, or 1,900 for the allied troops. And then we have 8,200. So 8,290. So yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. If I was doing that right, 800, 8,100. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. He's got 1,900 for defense, 8,000 for attack. The noobs, they can do this. They can do this. I believe in them. They just gotta stick together. This is critical for both sides at this point. For both sides. They've got to preserve their ammo. The archers are going to be key here. Use the archers wisely. Let's not forget about our warrior woman. Look at her. Warrior woman ready to hold the bridge. Ready to go. She's got nothing in her hands but her fist. She's going to go out. She's going to get some kills. Look at her. She's ready. She's unfazed. The soldiers are like, ma'am, get off the bridge. The enemy's coming. She's like, I know they're coming. You know, it's like, I want them to. You know, it's like, you're crazy. Don't be a hero, ma'am. You know, you're wearing a sweater. What are you doing? You're in a dress. Like, you're not gonna do this. So she's just standing there unfazed. This is my bridge. Pretty epic, but she will probably die a painful death unless she moves. Well, the defectors almost getting 500. They might end up with 500 kills here. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive right there. So now we got archers coming up. We got the first bridge attack. Hold on. The enemy is inching forward. Man, this is your last chance, ma'am. Get off the bridge. Oh, wait. A weapon appeared in her hand. She's got a little hammer. And now she's yelling. She's yelling. Those aren't cries of fear. Those are cries of anger. She's ready. Look at this. She's ready to battle. All right. Place your bets. Look at her yell. She's freaking out. Oh, wait. No, she's moving. She's moving. Oh, my gosh. She jumps off the bridge. She's fleeing. Okay. I think she came to her senses. Dang it. I wanted to see her fight. Where is she going? Where is she going? I think she's going for that gate. Well, you know, that was very polite of the enemy soldiers to be like, we're not killing civilians today, boys. Let her go. Let her go. Look at her. Well, that was unfortunate, but we do have our first little attack here. It's cool to see the Tharshey Oathsworns using their javies there. So they're gonna use their ammo. They're gonna try to use all their ammo that they can. They've established. Look at the stake formation here. Got a bunch of stakes. This is gonna be a real pain to try to take care of. Try to take out. We've got our first section here of crossbows. And are they gonna open fire right away? Are they gonna try to take out these guys who are trying to take out the stakes? It looks like they're just chilling there, just hanging out. The catapult is not, or the onager, excuse me, have not opened fire. Wait, these crossbows are opening fire though. Oh yeah, they're gonna get a great flank angle. We've seen this before. This is the Tharshey masterpiece here. This is the Tharshey strat. You got a flanking. Oh yeah, these guys are done for. Done for. They gotta break them though. You gotta keep firing. You gotta finish him. He could try to charge some spears in the back there. I think he's gonna do one more volley. There you go. Hold fire. Hold fire. So just in that quick exchange of fire, 293 kills. I don't know, guys. There's still a ton of attackers. There are still a ton of attackers. Here we go. Now these crossbows are gonna go at it. Here's the difference though. They've got more of a frontal attack. That's gonna be tough. That's going to be tough because they're well-shielded men. And it looks like he's even forming Testudo up here. So good on them. Good on them. So back over this way, the crossbows are holding fire. Now they're going. Okay. And these guys are going to be... Oh, yeah. Look at... Just gnarly. Just a gnarly exchange of crossbow fire. Look how quick they reload, too. Oh, my gosh. Have mercy. I'm just kidding. They don't need to show mercy. They're heavily outnumbered. So now we've got a spear unit moving forward to block the bridge. Check this out. Along, accompanying with the... Oh, we've seen this before. We've seen the spear pike formation. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Because what I think he's gonna do... He's got some bows over here, too, who are currently getting shot at by the enemy bows, but he's got the artillery. I think he's going to activate his artillery. He just wiped out this area over here. My goodness. 417 kills with these Germanic crossbowmen. This crossbow unit has 577 kills. We've got a fresh crossbow unit coming up to the bridge. The archers are holding fire because I think he... Did he retreat his bows? Possibly. And now these crossbows are going to exhaust what's left of their ammo, almost breaking these guys. And they finished with just 1 kill away from 500. Tragic. Ugh, one guy couldn't just get a kill. My goodness. My goodness. And now we've got the large onager in formation, ready to fire. Ready to fire. Look at this. The pikes... The swords. They're having fun. They're having fun. So this is going to be where you need archers. You need an insane amount of archer fire to come down on these pikemen. You got to focus down the pikemen. You can use some throwables as well. These guys have some sort of short range skirmish. Oh, that's the dart thing. It's like a little dart that they throw. Look at... Let's see. Let's zoom in and check this out. Ready? Oh, there goes more archer fire. Going for these Oathsworn. Nice! Good play by the noobs. Great play by the noobs. Taking this unit out. The micro is too much, I assume, because you would think Tharshey would be retreating this unit out of range of those archers. The artillery needs to get going here soon. We need to see this thing in action. It has 130 kills, so it must have already fired a shot there. Let's see what they're going for. I'm going to wait, though. I want to make sure we don't miss this. He's going to be very selective on how he uses... Oh, he's going for this infantry over here. Got a pretty decent hit there. I think he's worried about it because... Oh, yeah, he's firing. I don't know if it's worth firing, though, over there. So now he's at 136. He only got 36 kills with those 2 shots there. But he's going to need more archers. I think he's starting to run out of crossbow ammo. This is not impossible to win this. The gate is being defended, too. This is good, too, because he can pull a unit from this gate once they defeat these 2 units. He can pull a unit to help out the main defense. Oh no, oh no, his crossbows. Oh no, that's a tragedy. That is a huge loss right there. He lost a crossbow unit with half ammo, only getting 102 kills. That is a big mistake right there. it's going to be tough for Tharshey to recover. If we look at the manpower currently, we've got 1,500, almost 1,600 versus 6,000. So they gotta start racking up kills. I gotta see some artillery hit this bridge. That's what I need to see from the artillery. They're now at 160. I'm not sure what they're going for. You can see that the noobs are playing it smart. They're avoiding this bridge because of the artillery. They see it, they go, no, 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 let's all push this one because this artillery is locked in on this bridge. So if we amass too many units, now they got to be careful. This is too much. They cannot put too much here because then the artillery is going to crush them. It's going to cause mass casualties, which could cause a chain rout. We'll see what happens though. He's got some pikes moving up. They're gonna do something. At least they have something to answer against this porcupine defense. Got the general nearby trying to give some encouraging talk. Hey, like, keep it up, boys. You're doing good. You're gonna die. I mean, you're doing good. The onager, I keep checking in on it. They're using the explosive pots. Now we've got some spears up here. They've got some throwables. They're gonna... Sorry, every time I hear throwables, I think of Lunchables. You guys know Lunchables? Like really fake, unhealthy food that all the like cool kids had during like elementary school. You know, like, oh, you got a Lunchable? You know, and it's like, it really is disgusting, Lunchables. Like, it's like synthetic cracker with like nasty dog food quality meat, and you got some Kraft cheese. You make a little cracker with meat on it, and there's like some fake little dessert in there. Ugh. Really, but it was cool as a kid. As a kid, you're like, well, this is pretty sick. This is pretty sick. Anyways, back in, not talking about Lunchables. We got to get back to this fight where this porcupine formation is crushing right now. We got archers firing. This is a good spot. They're going to really release the pain here. They're going to rack up some kills. Not as effective as a crossbow. They're still going to get a lot of kills, though. Maybe actually they will be as effective. Well, no. A crossbow that gets a lot of kills is like 400, 500 kills. These guys are almost half. They're more than half exhausted their ammo. They only have 141 kills. But they gotta get the artillery going. Oh, the artillery's moving. Okay. He's moving them over there. And he's just gonna hold this side with the infantry. The towers are helping him out over on this side. They can pull a unit away from here, which I think he has. Right? I'm pretty sure he did. So there's plenty of infantry to hold here. He's starting to blob up here. This artillery is now in position. Not yet. Pretty soon. Pretty soon. Gonna be in position. And this is it. The epic bridge battle. This is what it all comes down to. Can he win? Can he defeat such an overwhelming challenge? We got 11 minutes left in this battle replay, folks. 11 minutes. Is he gonna pull this off? I don't know. The onager, it might be in range already. Whoa, this one's freaking out. Boing, boing, boing. Oh, did it fire? Oh, it fired. Oh. Oh. More of that. More of that. If he can get that, if he get, here it comes. Now, of course, there's a risk to this. Oh, almost exactly where the first one landed. There's a risk to this because if he misses and hits his own men, it's over. Oh! Oh my goodness. This is definitely going to cause a mass rout here, and this is going to turn the tables here. Okay, slow motion. Let's slow motion this really quick, just for one. Look at this. Boom! Oh! See you later. That's nasty. So, just like that. Look at this. What is it doing? Why is it doing that? Look at that. Whoop, 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 whoop. What the heck is happening here? It's like glitched out. I think he's manually controlling it. What the heck? Oh, that is so uncomfortable. I don't know. I looked at that and it's uncomfortable. Nice hit right there from the artillery. The pikes have almost 300 kills. The spears helping the pikes have over 100 kills. They're just kind of there to protect the pikes. They're not really there to get kills. So good stuff there. Oh, here comes another one. Boom goes the dynamite. Oh, that's dangerously close. Pretty soon these guys are going to break. Pretty soon. They're going to take so many casualties. A couple of them snuck around. Look at this guy snuck to the side. He's like, what are you doing on the side here? I don't know why he sounds like that, but yeah. He's like, get away from my position. This is one of the pikemans. The pikeman. Come on, get him. Come on, pikeman, defend your flank. Remember your training. Oh, no! Okay, I thought he was going to die there. He's still in it. Look at him go. Come on. Get him. Kick his ass, Seabass. No, come on. This is an evenly matched battle. Ooh, almost got him in the jugular. Almost. He's like, I'm fighting for my people. Oh, no! Oh, the disrespect. And now he's like, hey, oh, no, now he's just going on a rampage. He's just going on a rampage. This is a serious problem. This is a serious problem. Sorry, have I been missing? Okay, hold on. I'm invested. So I'm gonna do this angle. Oh, there's the explosions. There goes more artillery. I'm invested in this. I'm sorry. We'll look at the artillery soon, but this is... Are they ever gonna kill this guy? Here's another one. Oh! Delicious artillery hits. Delicious. So, yeah. This guy's still at it, and the artillery's still going off. I should be watching the artillery. Because it's probably more exciting. Oh, they just pushed him down. They pushed him down. Oh, he's getting back up. He's getting back up. I didn't hear no bell. I didn't hear no bell. Oh my gosh, I'm invested. Okay. I'm going to try to get an angle so we can watch two things at once. Now he's switching over to the spear guy. Come on. He's got 2 confirmed kills. 2 confirmed kills. He's going back at it. He likes picking on the pikemen. There goes the artillery, blowing up again on that bridge. They push him back again. He doesn't give up, the little rascal. The little rascal doesn't give up. Oh, artillery. Oh, he broke. He's like, no. After that explosion, he's going to survive the battle, though. Isn't that cool? So that artillery gets dangerously close to the front line, but it lands. Here comes another one. Oh. That is disgusting. All right, while that's going on, there is an intense fight happening here. They have broken through the barricade. Now we've got a fight that is going to be very pivotal, very important. The pikemen here might be able to leave their post and join the fight here, but that's going to leave this open, which he could. He's got some units that could sneak around and go through that gate. Oh, baby. Now, I don't know. This is going to be... I feel like this pike unit is on the verge of breaking. We got more units that were able to sneak around. I love how this guy keeps taking out his pike. Look at it. You see that just big pike that just... Oh, he's like, I'm not fighting you anymore. Nah, I'm turning around. I'm not fighting you anymore. Just kidding. I'm fighting you now. Yeah, this is not good. This is a little concerning. There's 5 minutes left in this battle replay, but there's still a ton of enemy infantry here. Ton of enemy infantry. So, does this artillery still have ammo? Yes, it still has ammo. This is going to be huge. They've got 1,088 kills. 1,088. Wow, wow, wee wow. That's a lot of kills. So, he's gonna have to be very, because there's nothing really defending this. He's got some crossbows that he can throw in there, but the Pikes have 384 kills, which honestly I thought they would have more by now. But I think he needs to start sending up reinforcements up here to just reinforce this area. Oh, there goes the artillery. Boom. Oh yeah, go for these pikemen. You got to get rid of these pikemen. If you don't, you're definitely doomed. So the desert pikes. The lockamids or whatever. Oh. Direct hit. Bullseye. Bullseye. Oh my gosh. There we go. And they're breaking the pikes. That was huge. That was huge. Oh, and that's going to seal the deal right there with those pikes. So the artillery has a couple shots left. They have 1,200 kills. Now they're going for long shots. Oh, great hit there. I don't know if he should be going for those long shots. I think he needs to wait. Just be patient. Wait for these guys to show up. My only concern is... Oh. Is he going for the general? He's going for the general! He's like, yo, if I'm gonna win this, I gotta cut the serpent's head off.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat.
This is a problem here. Whoa. How'd they get more stakes? What? Did they get more stakes? These must have always been there. Okay, they must have always been there. Weird. I thought he destroyed the stakes. I think he just walked past them and destroyed the barricade. Yeah, that's... Okay, it's like he magically deployed more stakes, but they never just got rid of them. He needs to get rid of these stakes. You got to tell your men to attack them. Because you're... Oh, and now artillery's hitting over here. Excellent. Excellent. He could risk destroying his own stakes, though. Oh, look at this. Look at this thing. Onagers wobble, but they don't fall down. Boom. Oh. Is he going to win this? No way. Oh, my gosh. Look at the manpower. 1,100 against 2,900. He 100% can win this battle. There's 2 minutes left, but I don't see him breaking these units in 2 minutes. I don't see him doing it. I really don't. Unless a crazy chain route is about to happen, which I don't think it is. I think he's going to win based of time. So I think he's going to win, yeah, based on time. Here comes another onager shot. Oh! This poor soul just flew straight up into the air. That guy had a delayed fall. And he knocked into that. Did you see that? He fell into the spear guy. He's still alive. Well, that was short-lived. He got knocked. That was really cool. He got knocked into the spear guy. He got up. He got stabbed pretty violently. But that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I don't see that all the time. You know, you don't see the physics of collision there. Oh my gosh, what a hit. What a hit. So I think he's got it. I think, oh, there's another one. Boom, another great shot there. Now we got the general charging in. We've got a desperate push because if he breaks through here, yeah, there's nothing defending this side. There's nothing defending this side. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. And we're gonna get a huge chain route right here. Oh yeah. Another one. I thought he was out of ammo. Huge chain route. Manpower, it's 1,550 versus 2,300. And now we've got more Oathsworn charging in. There you go, a draw. So yeah, this was a timed battle. I do the intro usually after I record, so I'm sure you saw the intro and you mentioned that it's a timed battle. But even if it wasn't a timed battle, I think he had a good chance of winning this battle. I wish it wasn't, because I sincerely think that he could have won this fight even if it wasn't a timed battle. Well, this was great. Great job with the artillery. Really, really devastating stuff there. I think we were about to see the verge of an entire army break. Let's end the replay. Look at the results. So, wow. You guys can count up his kills. You know, Tharshey did make some, my goodness, 1,700, almost 2,000 kills with the onager. But he did make some mistakes here and there, with one of his crossbows only getting 157 kills. You know, some of his Oathsworns only getting 69. This one's still healthy though, so that's not a big deal. But he had a couple units that were out of position. You know, I mean, the biggest mistake was losing that crossbow unit when they still had more than half ammo. But here are the names of the noobs here. Yeah, so pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. And you can see their kills. Twig here, or Twig. I'll just call him Twig. He still had a lot of troops left. But, like, this army was probably on the verge of breaking. This army was probably on the verge of breaking. A lot of fun stuff right there, guys. But that's going to wrap it up for this battle. I hope you enjoyed this one. The artillery was a lot of fun. The characters, we had a lot of characters in this one. You know, individual soldiers that we zoomed in on. That was fun. Always fun with Tharshey submitting in these replays. Always creative, always interesting, and explosive. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Tharshey would have won this one if the timer was unlimited? Or do you think that, you know, he would have fallen? I'd love to hear what you guys think. All right, guys. See you next time on the battlefield.